We spend a lot of time and energy trying to get away from the things that we don't like. We judge those things when we see them as obstacles, inconveniences, challenges that just aren't wanting to accept. And, we fight those things and we try to change them, distract ourselves from them. And, the thing is that life's going to give us multiple chances to try to overcome the same things over and over again. And, if we look at it like it's a punishment and we look at it like things are happening to us, it's going to make it very difficult to move past those things. And, in our efforts to try to make things better or, stay away from things that are difficult, we think we're improving our situation, but really all we're doing is we're just choosing a different challenge, like we're choosing a different hard thing to do. It's like if I'm working on, if I'm noticing that my body is not feeling well, physically, like it aches and pains and whatnot, I guess you can choose to relax and sit still, where you can choose to challenge your body in a way to work through those issues and get stronger. And, the thing is that, a lot of times we mistake pain for injury, and we're not. We mistake pain for being incapacitated. You think you're doing yourself a favor, but really all you're doing is kicking the can down the road, and you don't realize it. You think that you're overcoming a problem by avoiding the problem, and you're just choosing a different type of difficult. So it's like mistaking that pain for a problem, that discomfort for a problem. Could be physically, psychologically. I know a lot of people avoid things in their relationship that really cost them later on, and I think we've all been there, all made that same mistake. And we have the discomfort and that pain, and our brain kind of makes a mistake in it, or it tells us rather, it tells us to stop, it tells us to slow down, it tells us to avoid or numb out, push through. And a lot of times, it's like if you just would have pushed through, you would have figured out a different way, you would have been more apt to kind of take on that challenge and difficulty. What you gain, man, it's just, you can't even measure it because you just don't know until you do it, So, when you go to the gym and you lift, it's always really good practice and a medium to practice through this stuff. And or any type of physical exercise, you start to notice your pain and your normal responses to that pain in the past and how you reacted to it. Are you slowing down? Are you resting? Are you, and I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way. I'm not even saying, hey, if you got some like tendonitis or something, to keep pushing through. But, I'm talking more like the type of pain that tells you that you should stop altogether. And then you do, and you quit, and you listen to that negative part of your mind that says that this is bad, or this is wrong, or, this is going to cause some, long-term damage or something. But the reality is you're not injured. You're run up on a challenge. And that's what life is. Life is giving us challenges all the time. Life has given us opportunities to learn and grow all the time. And, our conditioned mind is going to be operating. There is a really beautiful spider here. I hope I don't wreck its web. Life is giving us challenges all the time to be able to help us push through these things that are uncomfortable so we can adapt and learn and grow, you know, our minds, our emotional capacity, you know, our physical capacity, you know, taking care of our bodies. I mean, shit, like, you know, giving up certain types of foods is difficult. You ever do like a detox or like a cleanse? It's really hard on you, you know, initially, but it's really just hard on your mind. Your body's fine and your body can adapt. It naturally knows what to do. It naturally knows how to heal. I know, but you got to give it a chance. You got to work through those parts of the mind that are telling you can't do it. And it's the same thing with anything, you know. So our mind is constantly judging and engaging and projecting its idea of what it thinks that's happening, and it's telling us things all the time, try to keep us safe, try to keep us stuck, try to keep us doing the same thing that we've always done. And then, you know, some of that's just our biology. It's just how we're designed as human beings. But, you know, life doesn't stop giving us those challenges. It's always going to do it. It's going to give it to us all the time. And, you know, it's a gift. You got to see it as a gift ultimately. Otherwise, you're just going to choose your heart on one way. You're going to choose your heart and that you'll keep dealing with the same things over and over again. Or you can choose your heart in a way where, you know, you're able to kind of work through something, you get stronger, you develop a skill, you master a skill, you do something that you haven't been able to do, and that builds your confidence, like incredibly, you know. And I don't know about you, but when I get to places in my life where I'm just tired of going through the same stuff over and over again, I want to be able to see a way out. And, you know, the way out, I'm learning more and more is, you know, you have to change your perception on what's hard, what's impossible, when you're just in pain or when you're injured. You know, you have to know the difference and practice through those things. And otherwise, we just keep on doing the thing we've always done, and we'll be in the same place we always are, and life will just keep on giving us what we've always been given. So just a different perspective if you haven't thought of it that way. And I'd be happy to do more videos on this, but you can drop a link in the comments and let me know what you think. Take care. Have a good one.